Championship Day in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Today represents the conclusion of Chapter 2 of the 3 that will be the WTA Finals in Riyadh. They're fired up here at the Sports Arena on the campus.
Elena Rybakina to serve.
Ready to go. We'll see if it's a harbinger of things to come. Rybakina called trophy on the coin. It came up trophy, and she'll serve first to get the championship final underway. We know the power grid in Greater Riyadh has been put on notice. There's going to be some surges tonight. We'll see if it affects the local populace, but certainly here in the sports arena, get underway. But Alicia Malik, first thing I'm going to ask you, of course, is tactically, how do these two get around each other? They're so familiar.
Both players are heavily involved with the analytics, the point play, the stroke play, where to hit to each other. They're so familiar with each other's weaknesses that, I think this match, when they know each other so well, it's almost coming up with, a couple of tactical plays that are completely unpredictable in the big moments. That might be a bit out there, but I'm kind of thinking that could help get one of the players have an extra edge. They tend to like the same serving patterns out of trouble, or when they're up in a service game to finish it off. So being so familiar, I think, this is where the tennis IQ really needs to sink in to set themselves up. Such a pleasure to watch that forehand. Now, she's always been damaging. It's always been a huge shot. She could hit every spot from every corner of the court. But the difference now with the Rybakina forehand is the way that she does get around the outside of the ball. She gets a little bit more wrist snap. I feel like she drops her racket lower to higher quicker, and she's getting more, not just velocity, but a lot more torque and spin on the ball. It's a heavier forehand. Then it opens up the angle. She can start using the width of the court. She can start breaking the sidelines more than ever before. Yeah, beauty. And we spoke earlier too about, the potential change-ups. And of course, I believe in this matchup, it is Aryna Sabalenka who has the variation, who can use her slice both defensively and offensively. And that just change up there, the chip, the ball grabbed on the surface and created an error. Needs to pop that one in the back pocket.
Yes. Advantage, Rybakina.
The ace has been a valuable tool for Rybakina all tournament long. She continues to thrive. She had 15 in her semifinal victory over Pegula. And she finds her way to the scoreboard first, so she picks up the initial hold. And Sophie, the energy inside the arena is palpable. How are you doing down there courtside?
Well, I'm doing great, but I love also the crowd is so involved from the get-go and screaming for their favorite player. I like the way that Rybakina has been able to start this match, and it's just very calm. I feel like if there is any nerves, I think, well, it's a kind of a personality, I guess, comparing to Sabalenka. But in all, I love the start, and I love what you were saying, Alicia, about trying to put some shape on the ball and maybe use the slice from Sabalenka instead of
Aryna
just hitting firmly
Sabalenka
all the
to
shots as hard as she can. But I love the fact that she actually used a little bit of shape of the forehand at one point in the first game. So it's to be seen if she's going to use the tactic.
Heavy backhand misses wide for Sabalenka, who is contesting her 40th career WTA final. As she aims for a 22nd title. She already leads the tour with 4 titles this year. Hoping to gather a 5th. And of course, the disappointment 3 years ago in Fort Worth, she hopes to turn that frown upside down, if you will, to be champion in Riyadh.
15.
Sabalenka's camp with the closely shorn Anton Dubrov in the foreground. He's been coaching Sabalenka after being her hitting partner in 2020. Really came to the forefront. Max Mirny, former world number 18 on the men's side, right next to him with a backwards cap. Amongst the contingent that have been the village that has helped Sabalenka to back-to-back year-end #1 rankings. Alicia, she said that group is instrumental support system, the foundation for her success.
Yeah, without question. But I think more importantly, they've continued to evolve like Aryna has. I was fortunate enough to, listen to Anton Dubrov the other day at a coaching conference, and I'm just quite amazed at just how much he's always trying to push the window and the envelope for Aryna. It's weekly that they sit down and they discuss what exactly needs to happen for her to get better, to be better. He's not afraid to bring in specialists like a Max Mirny at various times of the year, and he feels that really adds to Aryna's game and the excitement, her energy levels on the practice court too. So always looking for that extra 1%. He did too have a full head of hair at the start of the week, so I'm wondering if they had an early bet here in Riyadh. I'm not sure. Or it is warm. It is warm. Maybe a little cooler.
There is something that goes around in the camp. Remember her physical trainer, Jason, the guy in the black cap in the middle, had a tiger tattoo on his head during the U.S. Open at one point.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun and keeping it light, and Aryna loves to smile. Loves to play for something on the line. She'd probably prefer that than, the paycheck at the end. Or maybe not. Maybe not.
Oh, it's a paycheck. We'll talk about that, won't we? Sabalenka gives credit to her crew. They in turn say really the work has to be done. All the information we impart to Aryna has to be taken on board and implemented. So Sabalenka deserves the predominance of the credit. And boy, has it been a good partnership. When Dubrov joined Sabalenka, she was just hovering at 10 in the world. Back-to-back seasons at #1 from start to finish in 2025.
Sophie, just at the current time, Rybakina's just got the edge on the, blow-to-blow rallies from the back of the court. At this point in time, she seems to be moving exceptionally well. So perhaps for Sabalenka, maybe an idea, which she did last match against Pegula, just going through the middle of the court for the first shot or two, just narrowing down the swing space from Rybakina.
First viable threat of this match comes to Elena Rybakina with break point. Ball striking right there early from Sabalenka, and these two just ripping the cover off the ball.
You know what's amazing is the fact that after her hit, look at how she moves inside the court. She thought she was going to come in, but look where she's hitting that next one, almost a half volley redirection. This is incredible to have such accuracy and control.
Let's Russell.
Once again, Sabalenka.
Advantage.
Forget about that warm-up period we're so accustomed to. These come out at just blistering pace.
What?
Yeah,
Warm-up?
I mean, the tug of war already apparent, and the level of the ball clearing the net, it's almost like they've got that taut rope between them. They're just yanking from their side. Sabalenka will avoid the early scare. Break point saved, and the hold for 1-all.
1 game.
For Elena Rybakina, she has certainly found her form at the right time. As I mentioned, she's in the midst of a 10-match winning streak that includes the run to a title in Ningbo. As you see each of them and their opportunity to get to finals, it's been Sabalenka with far more frequency, 4-4 thus far. Rybakina with her titles in Strasbourg and Ningbo from her 3 finals. But the good news for Rybakina of late is not only is she in that perfect 10 run of matches won as she goes for number 11, she's also been faring very well of late against the upper echelon. She's going for her 30th career top 10 win tonight, her 10th of this season alone. And what's been impressive in her most prolific season against the upper echelon is that of late, Alicia, she's riding a six-match win streak against top 10 opponents. Stefano Vukov in the company of Rybakina, part of her camp, as they have reformed their partnership. That's remarkable if you think about it. You know, you're battling each and every round here in Riyadh, a top 10 opponent.
Yeah.
She's run off 6 straight.
Well, it's also, you know, a testament to the last period of time spent in Asia and you know, the pressure that she had to come up with and win and win a number of matches to qualify for this event. And Jess Pegula in the last match gave her so much praise, saying it seems like Elena, you know, is playing so seamless throughout this entire tournament. We know how she can play. Huge game, big serve, conditions suit her. Yeah, just absolutely amazing, hitting every single mark. So when she needs to, she knows how to turn it on.
Yeah, obviously it extends beyond Riyadh if she's won 6 in a row. This is her 5th match here. She beat Paolini and newly minted top 10 member Katerina Alexandrova in the final 2 rounds of Ningbo. Got Alexandrova again, along with Anisimova and Swiatek here, before beating Pegula in the semifinals. So it has been an impressive stint. And she's off to a flying start.
Yeah, you talk about the top 10 opponents that she has beaten, obviously in a row, the numbers being 6. But again, referencing the last match, she at a point in time had won 12 from 13 games at one point against Pegula, who, by the way, was playing as well as I've seen.
But trio of aces to start their opening 2 service games. Elena Rybakina has come to play. And the ace queen is in good stead early, leading 2-1.
Time.
A wise woman from Miami once said the
Gentlemen,
rhythm is
behind
going to
players,
get you.
take your
The rhythm
seats
of
quickly,
this match
please.
is
Thank
through
you.
the roof already. I mean, they're trying to contain everything here in the sports arena. Fantastic beginning in the opening 3 games. Sabalenka's second turn at the line. Of course, both players earning their trip to Riyadh and their spot in the final on merit. But it has been a extremely prolific season for Aryna Sabalenka. Mentioned her 63 wins. That puts her in sole possession of first place on tour and second overall in professional tennis, only to Carlos Alcaraz's 67 wins. But Alicia, I mean, your model of consistency this year, it's the picture of the woman born in the year of the Tiger, Aryna Sabalenka.
Well, she's just built this beautiful, you know, fluency with her aggression now. And she never appears or looks like missing. You know, every single portion of her game has become incredibly tidy. Keep talking about her pace. It's amazing. But defensively, her ability to move and dig and get that extra ball back, something to be admired.
Just pulled wide by Rybakina. Yeah, the model of consistency I speak of. This is her 16th event of the year. As a semifinalist yesterday, that means she has reached the Final 4 or better 12 out of 16 events this season. And as mentioned, now her 9th final of the year. Facing a break point in her previous effort and surviving, no problem in her second service game. It is perfect for 2-all.
Yeah, and that's a pattern. I just love that last serve because it was a vicious kicker, but she sacrificed speed to add on some extra spin, and that was a ploy that Sabalenka used incredibly smartly against Pegula as well. And again, once again, that's feeling the match. That is the tennis IQ, and she knows that the more pace she gives Rybakina, the better the return is going to come. So it's picking those moments to really try and be the disruptor, and Sabalenka has done that perfectly.
Rybakina's coach, Stefano Vukov, just to the right of Elena right now on the south end. He was offering some advice just before the start of game number 5. Elena trying to take that information on board.
I love that pressure coming low to the net, and especially, you know, going to the backhand and brushing Rybakina, who has to go with a one-hander. You know that you've done something right. I think that would be a great play if she can do this a little bit more often.
First time the returner starts off with the opening point. Sabalenka tries to find a break point of her own.
Beautiful there from Aryna, and you know, predicting the kicker, but the way that she moved onto and upwards, you know, transferred her weight through and past the point of contact, had the ability to lean on the ball, didn't let it get above her shoulders, but it was purely at shoulder height, shoulder level. That's how viciously kicking the Rybakina serve is getting, but beautifully dealt with.
Toss up.
Serves her well to be very tall
Thank you.
and have so much reach. I mean, she just elongated her arm to get to that volley. That was beautiful.
Go Gadget go there, hey? Wow. Both so athletic. That's the other, I guess, impressive quality from both athletes. So dynamic.
Sabalenka will have her turn.
30-14.
I think one to watch here is when in trouble throughout the finals here. Rybakina has been assuming a very wide court position, often in front of the R, I think. Well, there she goes again. Just to open up the options and not let Aryna really get a read of the serve.
Rybakina doing well to protect her serve this tournament. Saved the only break point she faced against Anisimova. Was broken once by Swiatek, as well once by Alexandrova. Did have her troubles in the 3-set win over Pegula a time or two. Broken 4 times in total. So she saves herself, at least for the moment, from being broken for a 7th time in the event.
Advantage.
So good question for you.
Rybakina.
What about on a few of these bigger points? If Sabalenka did drop back, perhaps maybe a couple of meters, would that be a negative move or a positive because it gets Rybakina thinking? What do you reckon?
I would definitely drop back a little bit, especially on when she has a break one opportunity.
Yeah, different look.
Yeah, different look and even move around, on the receiving, because a lot of the players are serving depending on where your body is. Oh, boy, she is unbelievable though. 190.
Yeah, she continues to thrive. That had some pep on it. You're right, Soph. Almost left the hole in the wall. Ace number 4 gets her 3rd hold opening set. They are the unbeaten top players from their respective groups. Elena Rybakina, 4-0 from the Serena Williams group. Aryna Sabalenka serving 2-3 opening set, 4-0 from the Stephanie Graf group.
Ladies and gentlemen, behind the players, take your seats quickly, please. Thank you.
Both groups under the mantle of 5-time WTA Finals champions, Graf and Serena Williams. So something's got to give. No room for error to finish your season. Rybakina off to a strong start. Vukov continues to be vocal.
Yeah, I think he wants her to return from a further distance, a little bit further back.
I think it's smart too, and because she's hitting the ball so big, the return of serve is not to do any damage. It's to get the ball back to neutral, get the point going. So I think by dropping back, yeah, she's got more time to see it. She can relax. She's just not stressed with her movement. So flip it through the middle of the court, which she's been doing, and then she's hitting the ball absolutely, hitting the cover off the ball. So she can rely on that on the next few hits. Throwing the pressure back on Sabalenka.
Yeah, I agree. And on top of that, you know, it's not like she's going to lose some power by doing so, because she can generate power from pretty much anywhere in the court. So, yeah, I mean, it's working, obviously.
And so it is for Rybakina. A second try, or multiple if necessary, to break. Rybakina missing out on a chance in the second game against Aryna serve. Sabalenka played well until she had to back up and miss the overhead. And there is the break early. Rybakina 4-2.
Rybakina is
And now Bukov telling her to put first serves in. Looking at really a lot of signing towards Rybakina. I guess that was working with telling her to back off. Of the return, just stepping back, just give her more time. Well done.
5 of those 40 aces for Rybakina in this match already, as now she has the upper hand.
Let's Fussel.
I just continue to marvel at how well both players, you know, handle the ball on the rise. They're not just hitting the ball on the rise, they're aggressively moving to it, moving onto it, taking it, hitting it as hard as they possibly can. So that just demonstrates the immense control and racket head speed that both are using. Just phenomenal. It's as good as it gets.
Teteno.
Just a sleight of hand from Sabalenka. She's able to outmaneuver Rybakina, who runs out of gas, can't quite recover into the court. Full house here at the Sports Arena. 4,200 strong. Second incarnation of these WTA Finals, Riyadh. Last year they were somewhat curious. This year they have intense interest, a keen sense of the sport and its players. And Rybakina hurried. Didn't get the footwork in order, and she'll face break points.
I cannot tell you how fast and how early she took that ball. Absolutely incredible return. Talk about power on the upper body to be able to control this.
Sabalenka converting 19 break points here in Riyadh. Number 20 gets her back on serve.
Let's Fussel.
From Elena Rybakina, but you also have to admire the return of serve from Aryna Sabalenka. It's coming so quick that she just, it's a tiny little dig, little bunt back, got herself back in, but anything short, Rybakina is going to absolutely eat up.
That seems to be the modus operandi for both. If it's short, you're going to pay.
Let's Fussel. Let's. First serve.
Gutsy ball striking against 2 break points.
And court level 2, Sophie, it does feel like, you know, the gruntometer from Sabalenka is elevated. I mean, the amount of effort that she's putting into every single shot, unbelievable.
Oh, look at that stat. That is telling right here. Absolutely incredible power and accuracy again. How about this approach of the return that was short? How about the hands, the velvety hands? Not going after it, not trying to overhit it, coming with a slice down the line. So well done.
I like that description, the velvety hands, but you know, to add to that too, that beautiful switch up to the Conti grip.
Also known as continental.
Yeah, not in our part of the world.
Yeah. You guys shorten
exactly.
everything, right?
The continental grip. It's
sun.
a must.
Rybakina does her part. Stares down the threat. 2 break points from Sabalenka. Hits 2 winners in the process and has the hold for 5-2. An exciting 34 minutes to begin this final. The pendulum of momentum has swung to Elena Rybakina's side and seems stuck there at the moment. 12 of the last 15 points. Aryna Sabalenka a bit disheveled at the moment as she serves 2-5 to stay in the opening set. Oh, and big and bold off the backhand this time. Rybakina stepping up as the straw that stirs the drink early, her 11th winner.
I mean, out-hitting Aryna Sabalenka, I didn't think that sentence would ever exist. But right now, it's the case.
Sabalenka having her struggles from the line. Just 5 of 12 on her first serve thus far. A little brighter on her second. She's only lost 2 points. 5 of 7. But was broken at love in her previous service effort. And she's in danger now as Rybakina makes it 6 straight points from the return position.
Yeah, I mean, is it a purple patch or is this level here to stay? It's just absolutely out of this world. And I do have a sense that she is going to be able to maintain it. This is scary stuff.
Well, if she does, we're not going to be here very long. That's for sure. That is incredible.
Yeah, so how does Aryna now, Sophie, how is she going to make a few inroads? How is she going to just creep and crawl her way back in this contest?
Well, she's going to have to hope that her serve and her first serve percentage stays up there, but on top of that, she's going to have to hope that Rybakina has maybe a little bit of a letdown, because this has been incredible. 12 winners already for Rybakina.
It's hard to bank on, though, right? You know, your opponent having a...
Well...
First ace for Sabalenka. Her 31st of the tournament, and she needs more of that. She has been getting her first serve in 64% of the time, but she's only won 50% of the points. And that's where Rybakina has been able to find her way, and she's hurting her on the first serve. She's been able to break once. Can she get another?
Penalty 30.
just showing the poise. Doesn't come out to, even on a day when she is crushing the ball, she knows just how to come in and tap this ball deep. Didn't go for too much. Plenty of topspin. A baker's dozen winners now for the 6th seed. And she has the chance, within striking distance, of grabbing this opening set at deuce.
Advantage, Sabalenka.
Too predictable. It was read so well by Rybakina.
Yes.
I mean, this came in by carrier pigeon. Rybakina had so much time to prepare.
I mean, unbelievable, but still, you know, that's probably a sense she's done her homework. She knows the direction that Sabalenka's going to hit in, but still, it's another thing to get there, to receive the ball, to be on balance, and then rip it cross court. Just always looks like she has so much time, Rybakina. Never, ever rushed. She's in a rush to win this, though, right?
Yeah. She does seem in a hurry. Like she's got a reservation at Ferdy for a celebratory burger. Oh, well measured by Sabalenka. She needed that. A whole lot of trouble and pressure to be under. That's just her 4th winner, but good timing.
Yeah, look, she's going to need a few cold, hard winners, and they're the ones that, you know, you could really sell to your soul. She hasn't received many short balls. That's a problem for Sabalenka. They're coming in so deep.
And she drops the ball in disgust because she doesn't need it. She does have the hold. That's her 3rd game on the scoreboard, but Sabalenka knows she cannot maintain this level. Not against Rybakina the way she's playing and find success. But she does her part to prolong the opening set. Now Elena Rybakina will step to the line, try to finish things off. Both players feeling the love in Riyadh.
Love 15.
Did your hair move as that went past, Sophie?
Pretty much. Oh my. I mean, the quickness around the ball to create the opportunity to go inside it winner for a 15th winner of the match so far.
No words from me. I mean, that's just glorious, right?
142 kilometers per hour as it came off a racket, and as it left the strings, she was screaming. It hadn't even crossed the net yet, and Sabalenka knew it struck true. It was close. But close is as good as just about any. Any is as good as all, isn't it? Haven't heard much from Cicak in the chair as of yet. In her eyes, that'd be a good thing. But if needed, she'll be there. The Croatian chair umpire, member of the 4-person crew that's back again from last year. Well earned.
From Aryna, yes, a little bit out of court in the doubles alley, but you know, this is high-level tennis. It needs to have the high risk, and she's a quality player. She can make that shot, and she's going to have to continue to go for it. I
agree. She has to. She has to try to match Rybakina right now.
Set point for the 6th seed, Rybakina. Just missed her 6th ace. Still has designs on a 6th game. Following 3/4 of an hour at times enthralling. But it's Elena Rybakina who has a confident struck to her chair. She's taking the world #1 to task.
6 games.
6 of the opening 9 games in the championship final in Riyadh. The reclamation
Sabalenka
project of Aryna Sabalenka in hopes of winning the WTA Finals Riyadh. She'll have to win 2 sets on the trot against a red-hot Elena Rybakina. Absolutely crucial for Aryna Sabalenka to get some first serves in here and have success. She only won 53% of points on her first serve in the opening frame. What's the number that's acceptable, Alicia Malik? 53, not going to get it done. Where are you looking to kind of land in the percentage?
Yeah, I think it should be above 60%. However, I think the key, though, is the quality of the first shot. That's definitive here. Not just making the first shot, but, you know, being on the offensive or finding a way to be on the offensive on the +1. And it's difficult to do, again, because you're facing that barrage from Rybakina ball so hard, deep, it's on your shoelaces. You're constantly fending it off. It's not a fun position to be in.
No.
I mean...
Sabalenka already a step in the right direction. She'll head to the chair with the early lead in set #2 as she gets 4 first serves in play for the hold. For Elena Rybakina, she has a number of streaks on the line, already a set to the good. Another one we can add to her 6 in a row versus top 10 opponents, and her 10 matches on the trot of late is the fact she's been fantastic when holding a lead. With the opening set in pocket, she has won 15 consecutive matches And on the year, she's posted a tremendous 48-4 record. 32-3 on this surface. Everything seems to portend to success tonight if she can maintain her level. Success rate, a high percentage. And of those wins, as mentioned, 32 on this surface. Boy, has she used it to her advantage tonight. Half dozen aces now for the Kazakh. Yeah, if you're wondering the disparity, I said 48-4 on the year, and you saw 45-4 on the graphic. That's because the graphic didn't include a couple of Billie Jean King Cup wins, 3 to be exact, including most recently when she helped Kazakhstan get past the United States. She beat Jess Pegula handily, 6-4, 6-1. Statement being made here early from Rybakina: my level is not going to dip. Aces 6 and 7 thus far. As she looks to pose her easiest hold of the night. Bam! Trio of aces to get it done. Door slammed on King 2.
Seriously.
It has to be really so, exhausting and tiring and debilitating as well for Aryna Sabalenka when she is just not getting a single look in here.
I know, and she's, one of the best returner on the tour. So,
yeah,
she's looking at herself being completely blown up of the court with the serve. And it puts so much pressure on her own serve to hold. The ease of the forehand speed of Rybakina tonight is absolutely unbelievable. 125 kilometers per hour on the forehand tonight. Sabalenka 115. That's 10 kilometers difference. That's huge. And the backhand, 101 for Sabalenka, 117 for Rybakina. Those are big numbers and differential.
Now the winners have been few and far between in comparison to her opponent Rybakina. Sabalenka just took a little off. Didn't try to knock the cover off the ball. And this time she guides it through the court for her first winner of the set. 6th for the match.
But beautifully done, wasn't it? Rybakina, we haven't seen much of that. In range, get out and really dig and use the squash shot. Got it back to neutral, so back through the middle of the court. And that is just the perfect placement when you are under the pump and you're motoring off the court. Just beautifully done there.
The alarms and bells and sirens and all the warnings are coming now for Aryna Sabalenka. Danger lurks. As Rybakina instilling herself early in this second set. 7 of the last 8 points. A couple of chances to seize a set and a break lead in the final.
Yeah, like a pull at the gate there. And I mean, yeah, she's seeing the ball like a watermelon, timing it exceptionally well. But, you know, it was the last couple of return games where Rybakina, she did choose to give herself a bit of space and timing, and Stefano's motion for her to step back a little bit, get a bit of vision on the ball. I quite like that.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's great tactically from Aryna Sabalenka. So yes, the forehand of Rybakina, the danger zone, but the error came from the forehand wing on the previous point. So, you know, it's incredibly brave and smart to once again try and just squeeze out another error. And it's worked in Aryna's favour.
Advantage, Sabalenka.
I'm on it. It's okay. It's okay.
Sabalenka, a bit of tension in her second service game, but she passes the examination. A pair of break points saved en route to 2-1, trying to come back from a set down. Saudis are one of the youngest nations on the planet, with an estimated nearly half the population under the age of 25. That's a lot of future tennis players here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. WTA in the second year of its 3-year residency, as the season-ending championships have come to town once more. Culmination of a long, arduous 2025 season. She locks and loads and fires.
Yeah, back behind Aryna. So on the return of serve, I like what Aryna's doing. She's going safe. She's going cross her body, cross court, but then it's Rybakina stepping up and stepping in. Yeah, no problem with firepower tonight for Elena.
Going, and it is a shot. Well, there's Vukov, her coach, and just to his left, our right on the screen, Bulat Utamuratov. He is the president of the Kazakhstan Tennis Federation. And of course, for Elena Rybakina, she went to play for Kazakhstan 7 years ago. In 2018, achieved Kazakh citizenship later that same year. So they bring out the big guns and say, all right, this is going to be a big title for our girl. And they bring her in, bring themselves into the fold, and they're witnessing one of her best efforts of the year. The Wimbledon champion's success, as she represents, really, in many ways, carrying the flag of success thus far. She's one of 2 players ranked inside the top 100.
Game,
Only other player
Rybakina.
being Yulia Putintseva, who's 73 in the world. And Rybakina continues her torrid pace as she has not dropped a point on serve here in the second.
It's kind of mind-blowing numbers, isn't it? It's even more incredible. It's not safe tennis. I mean, Rybakina's brand right now, it is incredibly high risk, but she is making it look so easy, so repetitive. She's able to continue to do it time and time again. Kind of the stuff dreams are made of, really.
England.
Tennis, isn't it, Kev?
You know, it's almost reminiscent. I mean, I'm starting to think that maybe they made that movie a couple of years ago about Rybakina. Everywhere, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. I mean, she just cannot put a foot wrong.
Yeah, wow. I mean, when you, in tennis and, you know, mentally we talk about the zone, I mean, this is it.
30-13.
That's a good effort from Rybakina, from Sabalenka, sorry, but I tell you, it's so tough right now for Sabalenka because it's not like she's playing badly, she's just being overpowered and there's not much you can do, as you mentioned, the zone.
Because for most players, you'd say, you know, you're getting completely, you know, blown away. Well, weather the storm, because there'll be a time where it does change. The tides will change. But when you're talking about the caliber of player Elena is, and also every other player within the field here in Riyadh in the finals, I mean, there's every chance that it will not change as well. Difficult situation for Sabalenka.
Throwing the entirety of herself into that serve.
The only thing I could think of is if she was to throw a few slice backhands, maybe in the mix, just to slow down the pace, but I'm not even sure that could work.
Sabalenka again a hole for a third straight time, finding some joy, starting to build a bit of momentum as she tries to stymie the effort of Rybakina.
3 games to 2.
Hour and 11 minutes, that's what they covet, the Billie Jean King Trophy. That standout piece of hardware. Honor the namesake, or the original 9 that got the WTA going. And of course, Billie Jean would be smiling, beaming. You should basically see sort of the effing. I was going to say we should see the brightness of Billie Jean's smile right now in consideration for this event. We talked about what has happened over the years of the 54th edition as things have built up. I'm not sure Billie Jean or any of the other original 9 could have ever imagined. But the purse for the winner of this match will be $5.2 million as an undefeated champion.
And 35,000. But who's counting?
Okay, fair play. I'll take that extra change. You're right, Sophie. But yeah, it's the biggest purse in men's or women's professional tennis. That trophy, of course, is the coveted prize. But yeah, the progression over the years and how this has become such a lucrative event has been a marvel.
Out of this world, right? No wonder Elena's playing so well.
30-30.
Well, they both have a chance to actually win that amount by virtue of winning all their matches.
Yeah, that's what unbeaten means, isn't it?
Yep. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
But it's,
You're absolutely right.
that's the reason.
Yeah, that's the big payout as an undefeated champion, as we both made mention. By the way, Rybakina's lost a point on serve here.
What?
Sophie, she's human after all.
Yeah, and by the way, maybe a kind note to Billie Jean King at the original night, saying thank you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A thank you note would be in order.
Or a cut of the check. One of the two.
Something.
Yeah, amazing, right? Made the most of it. Billie would be so happy to be seeing this day and this
I'm sure she's watching. She's so
momentous occasion in the sport, the WTA Tour women's sport, full stop.
And Rybakina just continues to bash the ball, clobbering it and hitting it through the court for a 26th winner. As we take another look, just on that topic of what Billie Jean and the original 9 were able to accomplish in that vein. The previous best for a season in career or in season earnings, mind you, was back in 2013. Serena Williams won $12,385,000. That is no longer going to be the record at the conclusion of this event. In fact, win or lose for Aryna Sabalenka. She's going to set a new record by virtue of arriving in Riyadh and qualifying. She already had surpassed Serena, and she's going to go upwards of $12.6 million for the year, with further room for improvement. I got another area where BJK and the rest of the 9 are just going, look what we did.
Amazing. Yeah, thank you, Billie.
Yep, we all here because of that as well, ourselves in our individual jobs.
Maybe instead of a thank you note, a gift basket, or
yeah, something of the sort, something. Yeah.
Anyway, for Aryna Sabalenka right now, the cha-ching is far from her mind. She's got to come back from a set down. She's starting to show signs of reform once again.
Let's pass.
And again, it's the, it's not a slower serve. It's a kicking, viciously kicking serve. 148 k's an hour, but, that is firmly etched in the memory bank of Aryna Sabalenka. It was only a couple of return games prior where Rybakina committed 3 forehand errors from forehand returns. Very smart from Sabalenka.
That was another one. Didn't go full blast, just put more kick on the ball.
Thirty.
beautiful from Rybakina. And typically when the ball lands that short, yes, you'd pump it through the line. That is the natural way to go. That is easier to then have the correct court coverage. But really clever there from Elena, because she got to the ball early, she stopped, she propped, she waited for Sabalenka to commit. So was using her great vision and peripheral vision to then make the perfect decision. Yeah, crowding that too much, I think. So how about dropping back an extra metre or two? I mean, and a step to the right, because that's where Aryna has gone. Typically, I think almost 70–80% of the time. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but
I agree on the due side for sure.
I concur as well.
Thank God.
Yeah, crucial, paramount, if you will. Sabalenka finds her way to 4-3. And she does just that. Rybakina tried to take the racket out of Sabalenka's hand early. Pretty dominant start in the opening set, but they're neck and neck in the second. And for the fourth time, Sabalenka steps forward to the lead.
Sabalenka leads 4-3.
Elena Rybakina forced into the position of having to play catch-up thus far through the second set. So far, so good. In fact, she's only lost 1 point on serve in 3 games here in the second. Interested to hear your perspective, both of you, Alicia and Sophie. I'm not saying she's Magnus Carlsen or even Bobby Fischer, or let's give the ladies their due. Alexandra Kosteniuk, all former grandmasters in the sport, if you will, the game, however you want to look at it, of chess. Elena Rybakina is a big fan. In fact, she thinks that tennis is very much like chess. She says it is very much like chess, but active chess. You hit the ball, but you need to know what your opponent is going to do. It's an interesting sport and not easy, technically. Maybe that's why people just like tennis who are older and want to get started, they might find it difficult, but for her, she finds the headiness, the contemplative nature of being able to break down a match. That's part of the thrill. Offers up her first double faults of the competition tonight.
Well, I think, Kevin, you combine that with, I think, the fact that, Elena Rybakina's hit a new level of maturity, and it was interesting to hear her reflections within her, press conference leading into this event. But she's certainly come into her own. She no longer does have a manager. She's got her own management company. She's taking charge of her career, more autonomy over her own career, her team, her direction. I think, it's the culmination of all of that that has helped her rise to this point. Grabbing hold and driving her own destiny. I mean, that's in essence what it is.
There's a lot of frustration right now on the side of Sabalenka, pointing towards her box, and reasons for it, because she just cannot do anything on the serve of Rybakina in this second set.
Yeah, that's 16 of 18, Sophie. She continues to thrive, and I know that as much as she likes the mental aspect of the game and draws the parallel to chess, I mean, she started out with the rook, very solid and fortified. Now she's sort of the knight. She's trying to gallop towards the finishing line so she can be the queen of Riyadh.
Yeah, and she's going to chess me very soon too. The way she's playing, because the pressure is immense right now on the serve of Sabalenka. What a touch. What a touch.
Love 15.
Oh, she had time to think about it here, but it's one thing, to have the speed to move up to the ball, but second of all, the presence of mind to pick the right shot. That ball incredibly low. I love that. Short ball off a short ball. Love it as a rule, full stop for all players.
Love
And to your
30.
point, Sophia, it almost feels like this setting up to the tennis equivalent of a compound fracture. Just as the matches build on, so much pressure upon Sabalenka to hold.
Or will she be brave and go kick a forehand again? It's worked in the past. Oof.
15-30.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, I love Elena's, and she's playing well enough, and she deserves to have the right to be aggressive. But there's just nothing wrong with cranking that ball safely through the T-zone, through the middle of the court, Sophie. Wouldn't you love to see that?
Yep, totally.
Sabalenka succumbs.
I mean, I know it's not a game, but I would so like for her to throw a little bit of a slice in there.
Yeah, hearing you. Good shout. Keep the ball lower.
Yeah, something.
Off pace. Move it around.
Different pace, different spin.
Sabalenka under duress. Breakpoint, Rybakina.
Yeah, forehand, forehand, forehand. It's a theme, and for Elena, I'm not quite sure why she's not hanging on that side. I'm not sure why she's not taking a step back or a step to the right, giving it a little bit of a cheat, because it's almost been a couple of fistfuls of errors straight off the bat from the forehand wing. They've got to just start making it.
Oh, that is mighty. As she waves off 2 threats in the facing of the possible elimination in this final.
Yeah, because when you think about how well Rybakina has been serving the second set, those are almost like virtual match points.
Yeah, I wonder then, is it, you know, in my mind, has she not picked up on the fact, Rybakina not picked up on the fact that Sabalenka is pumping her forehand constantly? Or do you think it's a matter, Sophie, of her being just a little bit stubborn? No, I'm going to deal with it. I can deal with it.
Well, I think there was both, actually. A little bit of both.
No, you've got to choose one.
Yeah, well, stubborn then. Oh, right on the line. That's incredible.
Yeah, with that precision, Rybakina continues to turn the screw. The pressure applied once more. 31 winners overall. That won't technically go on the stat sheet as such, as this crucial 9th game continues on. Ace number 3 on the day, but how important has this stepping up been for Sabalenka? A reminder that Rybakina has lost only 2 points on serve in this set. So a stumble here could be catastrophic. Sabalenka stands up with her back against the wall and says, I'm not done in Riyadh. You got to come get me. If you want to knock number 1 off, it's going to have to take a sustained effort.
5-4.
Talk about coming through clutch when it mattered most. 2 break points saved in that 9th game as she reclaims the lead. Now a touch of pressure on the shoulders of Rybakina, serving to stay in the set. Not as if she's felt any pressure tonight. She's been balanced, serene. And up until now composed as she drops her second double fault of the contest. She makes it look too easy. As if it was an afterthought. Oh, find the line? No problem. Outstriking Sabalenka today. 23 winners more than her opponent. (32-9), but Sabalenka, she's starting to heat up here. Are we seeing the competitive fire start to bubble?
She's done such a great job, hasn't she, to stay not just close, but get to this juncture on the scoreboard. She's kept the pressure up, hasn't let Elena run away with any sort of relief or buffer.
And the first lead against Rybakina's serve in this set for Sabalenka now might yield the result she needed to get a lift.
You think there's Sabalenka fans? I mean...
Oh, they want more.
Well, I think they're tennis fans a lot of ways. But you're right, Sabalenka.
As they should, because it's so good.
First chance to break in quite some time. Going back to the 7th game in the opening set. Set point for the world number 1. Disbelief from Sabalenka as the equipment helps out Rybakina to save 1 set point. Just misses wide, and somehow, some way, despite her first serve percentage starting to drop a bit, Rybakina, she continues to work her second serve effectively. 9 of 11 in this set. It was really Sabalenka overcooking the return.
Yes.
She keeps finding answers, doesn't she, Rybakina? You know, big points, loves the pressure, relishes it.
Finding the answer to the question, right? That was extreme algebra. And how she came up with that location. Once again able to thwart the advances of Aryna Sabalenka as she holds for 5-all. Well, that was just frustration. That ball just kept coming back, and Aryna said, I'm going to clobber this one. It ain't coming back, is it? Well, it's not going to clear the net. Oh, and what an opportunity. Rybakina extinguishing 2 set points.
Well, if you don't mind, 191 kilometers per hour.
I mean, what a fighter this woman is. This isn't a competitor. This is horrendous. Amazing.
Does she got another fastball for strike 3? What poise under pressure. The disappointment of missing out on a couple of set points. And Aryna Sabalenka steps up and throws 4 for 4 for her 6th hold in set number 2.
6 games to 5.
Elena Rybakina serving for a 6th time, hoping that she can continue the forward progress towards a 2nd set tiebreak. The Kazakh having dropped just 6 points on serve here in this set. But of course, the sturdy test that she had to pass in the previous effort when she faced a couple of break points, both of them set points as well. She answered the call. Sabalenka comes right back with a statement hold at love for 6-5.
That's the first doubt in the face of Rybakina tonight, shaking her head left to right. That is the first time that we see a little bit of a negative body language.
That's it, 15.
11 aces on the evening. 20 aces in the first 3 rounds, all in round robin play, then up the ante with 15 against Pegula. Now closing in on a dozen here today. Yeah, you could understand if she's frustrated. Remember, she had 2 break points to go up 2-1, couldn't convert. Another pair to try to go up 5-4 and serve for it. Couldn't convert. And now she's just a point away from at least making it a little tug of war at the end in a tiebreak.
I think she passed the 500 mark on the aces of the year, Rybakina, which is an achievement on its own.
And Rybakina much more poised and simplified way of going about things, certainly, than facing a couple set points as she holds for 6-all.
Yeah, still serving big, playing big on the big points. And it's probably, you know, when the risk is higher, she just elevates her play, matches it with her big hitting. Is never conservative when something is on the line. Love that mentality. Play to win.
A step back for Sabalenka, and she'll play from behind to start the second set tiebreak. Elena 14-11 in tiebreaks this season against top 10 opponents for her career. She's 11-16, whereas Sabalenka has been dazzling. 18-9 for her career in tiebreaks against top 10 opponents.
Aryna Sabalenka, you know, fending off the pace. It's almost like she needs a shield back there, but finally, you know, relents, leaning back, and she went for the chip, but if she just stayed on it. Is there still time?
There's still time.
Rybakina.
Yeah, good miss, good miss. She has to go for that. I mean, every other day of the week she's going to be clobbering that forehand, especially when it's right there in the honey hole on that wing. Has to keep believing, Aryna Sabalenka.
Disconcerting for Sabalenka. A mini break that can be dealt with.
4-0.
Now down 4-love, losing both points on her serve. Rybakina just 3 points away.
Rybakina.
Third tiebreak of 2025 between these two. Sabalenka getting the better of Rybakina in 2 tiebreak sets in the Berlin quarterfinals. Identical scores, 8-6 in both. It's Rybakina who races out to 5-love. Just could be the final nail.
6-0.
Certainly sets it up, and she's got the hammer back. Elena Rybakina exploding to 6-love. This woman who is a late bloomer in 2025, finding her way to 10 matches on the trot into this championship round. 14-2 since the US Open. And now a step away from the biggest title of her career since she won Wimbledon 3 years ago. Elena Rybakina with championship point at the WTA Finals. Elena Rybakina reigns supreme in Riyadh.
6-3, 6-6.
The personification of poise in the end. She shuts out the world #1 in the tiebreak. And she is champion of the WTA Finals 2025.
Aryna, before we present you with your trophy, we'd love to hear some words from the world number one.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for incredible atmosphere the whole week. I really enjoy playing in front of you. Thank you so much for the support today, especially. Maybe, yeah, not the best performance, but yeah, Elena, you were definitely a better player today. You literally smashed me out of the court. So very, very well done. Happy to see you playing your best tennis. Nice comeback at the end of the season, and now it's time to enjoy our off season and enjoy this beautiful trophy. Thank you everyone who brought this tournament here in Saudi. I'm happy to be part of the process of growing tennis in this beautiful country. Thank you so much. Thank you again. Thank you everyone who helped me during this week. I really enjoyed my time here. And of course, last but not least, well, I mean, maybe not the result we all wanted today, but oh my God. But so many things I didn't. Yeah, I guess I'm getting old. I'm getting really sensitive. Yeah, so many things to be proud of. And yeah, thank you guys.
Elena, safe to say that this is one of the biggest days of your career, and we congratulate you, and we are very much looking forward to hearing from you right now.
Thank you so much. It's been an incredible week. I honestly didn't expect any result, and to go so far, I mean, it's just incredible. And I want to congrats Aryna also for big #1, second year in a row. It's an amazing achievement. It's incredible, and congrats to you and your team. Today was such a tough battle. Some moments I got luckier, but again, it's tennis, and I just hope that we're gonna play many more finals on the big tournaments together. And of course, I would like to say thank you to the fans, to the crowd. It was an amazing atmosphere to play here. I'm enjoying it second year in a row, and it's really amazing to be here. Thank you so much. And of course, I would like to say thank you to Saudi Tennis Federation, Minister of Sport, and all the people who made this tournament possible. It's really a great tournament, and I think we all enjoy our time here. And of course, last, I would like to thank my team, Stefano, for always pushing me, making me improve, and to Stefan, my physio, always trying to make me healthier whenever it's possible. Also, President of Kazakhstan Federation, Mr. Vladimir, thank you so much for coming and supporting. And Gennady, it's an honor to see you here. Thank you so much. And of course, each person in my team, not everyone is here, but they always support, they always help. And yeah, just thank you again. And thanks for sure to my sponsors, family, and yeah, everyone who is supporting me and really by my side. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your WTA Finals Riyadh presented by PIF singles champion Elena Rybakina.